Hey, welcome to Dog Talk Live number 77. Hope everyone is having a glorious day. I hope everyone is safe, washing their hands, and having a good summer. Me, I actually got myself tested for COVID. It was negative. The test is very uncomfortable. I have a summer cold. Not the time of year or century or decade to get a summer cold, but that is all it is for me. It is actually resolved and gone, but it was an issue to get tested where they stick a Q-tip basically into the middle of your brain. So I don't suggest doing it for fun, but I hope everyone's doing good. The dogs are doing awesome. Today we took our training dogs out and we started to work with them in the marsh. So we have an area that has a lot of smartweed and cattails, very muddy. Took the dogs out there and got them experience working in running water, so they're not swimming. They're actually just loping through it and going from there. Come on, Ace, out. I've got Memphis here. Memphis, you gonna come up? She wants her butt itched. Memphis is here as the co-host. I don't know if she's gonna actually be on camera today. That's entirely up to her. I don't pressure her. I let her make her decisions. But she is due August 10th. So maybe if I can get a good enough signal, we'll try a Dog Talk Live out in the kennel with Memphis once she has her puppies on the ground. But I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Our weather here in southern Wisconsin, we are 85 degrees. Not much humidity, so it's kind of a nice day. And our weather has been less warm than what it was. Come on, Memphis. Come on, Memphis. Oh, it hasn't been as hot, so that's been nice because my goodness, were we warm for about 3 weeks there. So this is Memphis. She is the co-host. She doesn't talk much. She just kind of sits here. But she wants everyone to realize that she is indeed the co-host. He's really made a move. Ace has made a power grab trying to be the co-host and jumping up on my lap during Dog Talk Lives. But Memphis pretty much slaps him down and him and right now his purple octopus out of the show. So I hope you guys can really appreciate how hard Memphis works in her job as co-host. Dog Talk Lives, when you guys are checking in, please let us know where you're from. Please let me know what questions you have. And from there, hopefully we can get some good answers out there and help everyone with some things today. John, let me look. I actually luckily have the deposit list right here in front of me. Mr. Helsing, you are in our Delaney litter, which is due this weekend. Delaney Joe. We have one litter due this weekend, and then Memphis is due August 10th. We have Annabelle due toward the end of August, and we have one more girl yet to breed this year. The dog world is incredibly busy. We have deposits in all of those litters. We're now taking deposits in our 2021 litters. So if you're looking for a dog, realize that you might have to wait until next year because your good kennels are all going to be fairly sold out. But it is still, it's worth waiting for. Get yourself a good health guarantee. Get yourself a good pedigree, good genetics on the dog, so that you're getting exactly what you want, so you can be successful with your dog in the field. Again, please let us know where you're from. Let us know what questions you have today with Dog Talk Live. These are only as good as we make them, people. So the more that I get questions, the better that it will turn out. We keep our Dog Talk Lives at about 15 minutes. Maybe we go to 30 if we get a lot of questions. We also have my goodness, I lost my train of thought. Someone said something that made me laugh in my head. Bethany says we should do a post or a poll on who's the most popular host, myself or Memphis. So I'm gonna actually see if I can pull that off for you. I don't think I can do it today, but that is funny. So yeah, we're gonna do it. Trying to see. I don't think I can set it up today, but I will make sure that we have a poll for who's the most popular co-host, myself or Memphis. I think I'm the host and she's the co-host. I think I'm like solid as the host, but I do have to fall back and just listen to what the viewers are saying. So let's see. We got Dan. What is a good weight for a lab puppy at 8 weeks? Oh, Dan, you're asking something that is kind of out there as far as a question. I'd have to see the puppy. Our puppies at 7 weeks are going home probably between 10 and 15 pounds. We also have our dogs. We do a lot of, care for the dogs. They're on supplements that really help them. We have a good program as far as for our parasite control, and we have good food that we have them on. But I would guess that between 10 and 15 pounds should be about where you're at 8 weeks. Take the dog to the vet. Your vet will also tell you if they're healthy. Just because they're smaller does not mean they're unhealthy. And it also sometimes depends on how many puppies were in the litter. If you've got a litter of 2 or 3 puppies, they've got unlimited food, so they will be giants when they go home. If you've got a litter of 12 puppies, they have less food, so they will be smaller. And a lot of it has to do with the parents and how big the parents are. Bethany, I will try to ask her, but she's not here. She went for a nap, I think. So she is definitely relaxing. We got Steven. How do you stop a dog from peeing when they get excited? That is a great question that I wish I had the answer for. Usually the dogs getting excited and peeing is because they're happy to see you, which you have to question at that point when you have your human friends why they don't do the same. It's almost like you're being robbed. They don't care as much about you as your dog. But a lot of times with that, it will be a maturity thing. As the dog gets older, that will dissipate. If you have a dog that is very bad at doing the excited peeing when someone is coming over, hurry and let them outside so they can pee outside as opposed to on your floor. But that is something that you definitely see in female puppies, but you also see it in male puppies. But generally in female puppies, probably 80-20 split. That does go away with age. How soon do you recommend introducing a puppy to water? John, you can have a puppy around water and you can let them wade in. You don't want to throw a puppy in, but many times the easiest way to do it is just wade in yourself, have a pair of flip-flops on or waders or whatever you want to put on, and slowly wade in and have the puppy follow you. Some puppies will jump right in and swim. A lot of the dogs I get here when they're 6 months old or so for training, they have not been in water yet, so then it's just working with them so that they are in a position where they can comfortably go in and it is not too cold and they can enjoy themselves when they go in. You don't want it to be a bad experience, so you don't want to have it where the dog is going in where it is 35-degree water. So those are all things to take into mind. David Harris, South Dakota. Good to see you out there, man. How's that going? Thanks again for the awesome dog and training her. She's always beats my expectations. Vet to friends are all impressed with her. Good. Make sure you're working with her before season. Send me some pictures. I had David's dog in for training with our first group. Very nice dog. Fox Red Labrador Retriever, and she did wonderful. And now is the fun where I get the comments back from people on how great they're doing in the field. You also get comments about the dog struggling because they haven't seen certain things. The rule of thumb is if you have a dog, never brag about them until they're gone, because the minute you brag about your dog and tell everyone how wonderful they are, they usually will disappoint and make you look bad. Your first year hunting with the dog, they are all over the map. You have days that you're like, my gosh, this is the greatest animal ever. And then you have days when they struggle. It's just letting them learn, not putting too much pressure on them, and enjoying it. Have fun when they're in the field. Hello, Sherry. Mr. Peterson, your dog is doing great. Alan, good to see you from Maryland. Sherry is from Pennsylvania. So again, please let us know where you guys are at. Let me know what questions you have. Ace wants to be a co-host too. I don't know. We're gonna Memphis is not here, so Ace, come on up. So Ace is again, he's not much of the co-host type either. He just likes to lick my chin. Okay, thanks, Ace. And he just likes to sit up here on my lap. So hopefully he will talk. Do you want to say anything, Ace? Would you like to say anything to anyone? Ace is hoping that the HRC Grand goes this year so he can get a second pass and hopefully start have that big title. He's very much looking forward to running the Fall Grand. The Spring Grand was canceled with the COVID stuff. But hopefully we can have Ace run. He's going to run with his Chocolate Brother tank if it does go through. So Mark is checking in from Oregon. Scarlett's now here. She's decided she wants to throw her hat in the ring as co-host. I'm being mobbed as we speak by dogs all over the place. So I hope you guys appreciate the risk that I'm taking here working with these wild animals to give you a Dog Talk Live. So let's talk some more questions. If you guys have any, let me know what you guys want to talk about. Yes, Ace says he's holding back private information, or maybe I am. I don't know. Scarlett, do you want to come up too? You want to have yourself? Come here, Scarlett. Come on. You can say hi as well. Here's Scarlett. This is our other house dog here. She likes muzzle kisses, so she will actually stick her face right on mine, and then she wants me to give her muzzle kisses. So Memphis is now back and jealous. She's now looking at Scarlett, wondering why Scarlett is trying to take her job. So it is a madhouse here as they're running around now trying to find toys and one-up each other on Dog Talk Live. Again, let me know what questions you have. Let me know what we can help you with today. If you're watching this after the fact and it's not live anymore, but yet a video on the page, feel free to put your question up. I always come back and I check the questions so that I can try to answer questions for you at that point. I'm gonna try. Let's see here. We have our podcast up this week. I had a good one up this week that was on, let's see here, no, that doesn't work. That was on some upland training. I'm going to have Brad Heidel from he was from Pheasants Forever, Brad Heidel from Delta Waterfowl on. Tomorrow we're going to do an interview and we're going to talk about the upcoming waterfowl season. But if you go on the Anchor app, our Anchor platform, put in Sporting Dog Adventures, you can find our podcast. We're also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. As of right now, Anchor is the link that I put out when we have new episodes, and that is about, I'd say it's like 58% of our listens, but Spotify and Apple Podcasts are gaining steam as far as the number of people listening. So I think eventually they will probably overwhelm the Anchor crowd. But it is Anchor is where we host it off of. So that is what we always put out. It's on like 7 other ones as well. A lot of them I haven't heard of. I don't know how many views that we're getting off them. But if you have podcast platforms, you can probably find our show. Again, please let me know what questions you have. Here we are going to go to 15 minutes today. So we got a couple of minutes left. And then I got to go out and I got to get some dogs ready. I've got a lot of obedience dogs in right now. I do a lot of work with not hunting dogs, but just dogs for obedience. And we've got 6 in as of this Friday. It's a 3-week program, so they're constantly cycling through. So we'll have less than that the next week. But it definitely keeps you busy. When you get new dogs in the kennel, it's always trying to teach them the name of the game and the rules of the kennel. Once dogs are here after about a week and a half, they are awesome. They will run right to the kennel you want them to run to. They will wait for their food, and they behave when they are first here. They have no idea what they're doing. They are scared, and they that the other dogs might be a threat. So it's getting them to be at camp and realize that the other campers are their friends. So again, we are going to give last call for questions. Last call. Please let me know what questions you have. How are we doing, Mr. Rush? Good to see you. Scarlett has brought me, this was probably the most durable toy we've ever had. It came with a Christmas pack, I would say probably 3 years ago, and somehow the dogs have not destroyed it. So this is a durable toy. The really durable ones that you get where they say they're the most durable toys on the market, usually the dogs will destroy those in about a week. But for some reason, the Christmas bone, which is played with a lot, has lasted. Alan, I have like 5 different collar systems. My thing that I tell people is, yes, what e-collar I use. Have a collar system that is rechargeable, that is waterproof, and pay probably $200 or more. Those are going to be shock resistant, and you won't end up buying 2, if you know what I mean. You get times where people feel they got a great deal on a collar, and then they end up buying a second collar because it breaks. The collars they go through a rough life. They're on a dog, and the controller's in the hand of someone with a dog that is doing multiple things, so they get dropped. They get dropped in the water. You just want to make sure you're getting something that is going to be durable for you so that your investment lasts. All right, so that is pretty much it for Dog Talk Live. We're hitting 15 minutes. All right, we got one more question. What do you recommend carrying in the field as far as first aid type kit for dogs? Andy, when I am in the field, I don't have anything necessarily with me on my vest, but in my truck I have a stapler, I have sutures, I have vet wrap, I have gauze, I have Neosporin, I have something called Blue Coat, which is for dogs and horses. I also have amoxicillin, cephalexin, and metronidazole. So that is, I probably have other stuff, but that is pretty much all that I carry as far as for my dogs. Tyler, McWanago, Wisconsin, with all this heat and blue algae in ponds, what drills or how do you sub-water training? Tyler, I use my own ponds. We have duckweed on our ponds, which is a leafy green type thing. As far as algae, we spray our ponds with an algicide called Cutrine, and that kills the algae. So it's not something I deal with here. As far as algae itself, you'd have to know which algae is dangerous, which algae is not. There are different types, and I am not an expert on that. That's why we just spray our ponds and kill it. Cutrine is something, if you do have a pond, you can buy online. It's Cutrene. It is very good at killing algae. And as a topical, you just kind of spritz it on top and then it goes away. Mark, Kentucky, pup is 6.5 months old, doing fine with mouth conditioning, hold, walking with the item in the mouth, force fetch, ear pinch. He just keeps his mouth shut, will not open to bite the dummy. How do you get him to open to grab the dummy? Mark, it's just more pressure. If you're not pinching hard enough. So you have to elicit a pain response for the dog to open their mouth. That, or you can actually, here, I can show you real quick. You can grab the dog by their mouth and pull it open. I always take their lip in to their mouth with them so that they don't bite themselves, so that you can get them to the point where they're going to open. Scarlett likes to wrestle and play like this, so that is what is funny. And now she's going to start really making her noise and talking. Scarlett. Yeah, Scarlett likes to sing. Here, I'll let everyone watch. Come here. She is my big play dog in the house. She is funny. Memphis, she does not sing or speak. We call her the backup dancer. When Scarlett is singing and howling and barking at us, Memphis just jumps around and dances. So. And now Memphis is back to co-host because, heaven forbid, I give other dogs attention. So that is the life in our house. We've got 5 labs in the house. Memphis, Scarlett, and Ace are the youngest ones, so that's why you see them. Rommel is very old, pretty much sleeps all day. And Pickett is 12 and really loves to play in the morning and then sleeps most of the day as well. So that's going to be it for today's Dog Talk Live. It was great talking to you guys. Again, put questions up if you're here after, or if you think of something after. I'll come back and check. We're going to have, again, our podcast up probably, I would say, Thursday afternoon with Brad Heidel to talk about waterfowl season, upcoming waterfowl season. Brad is a great guy, loves waterfowl hunting, works for Delta Waterfowl in their marketing arm. So he's a good friend of mine. He's co-hosted my TV show in the past when we had the TV show. But that will be on the Sporting Dog Adventures podcast tomorrow afternoon. If you haven't found that, Spotify, Apple Podcast, we host it off of Anchor. You can find it there. We also post a link up here on the page. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in to Dog Talk Live number 77. God bless.